Welcome back, everyone. My name is Patrick. You're watching the Oilers Rundown, broadcast on the Oilers Fanatic and the Heavy Hockey Network. Well, heavy hockey fans, I have an exclusive scoop for you tonight to share on both channels. Our very own Dash in the Park with this scoop here for us. This is what Dash had to say. Multiple Heavy Hockey Net sources confirming that Brandon Saad and the Oilers are meeting this week to try and work out the details of a new contract. You can also read more about this scoop from our very own Ryan Lotzberg over at the Heavy Hockey website. His new article is live now. Brandon Saad, a brand new free agent as of this afternoon. He was put on waivers yesterday by the St. Louis Blues for mutual contract terminations. So Brandon Saad now free to sign with whichever team he chooses. He has a history with Oilers GM Stan Bowman going back to their Chicago days, so this does make sense. Oilers insider Bob Stauffer did also put out this information last night, sharing it here courtesy of Shaden on X. Staff apparently had this to say on last night's edition of Oilers Now. If anybody can relate to the Prince Alberts and the Eries in major junior hockey at an NHL level, it's fans in Edmonton, because not everybody's wanted to come here. Well, now a lot of them want to come here, including the guy that was waived today. Anyways, I digress. So Bob talking about there the difficulty bringing players here to Edmonton, but now with their recent success, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, the list goes on. Players want to come here, and he's talking about obviously Brandon Saad, who was on waivers yesterday. This could be potentially pretty exciting here, guys. If Brandon Saad does come in, he's a player that could fit quite nicely into the Oilers' bottom six, bring some size, bring some scoring, bring some toughness. Let's take a look at some of his recent stats from this year and last. In 43 games played this year, Saad has 7 goals, 9 assists, 16 points, and is a minus 14 overall. But last season, in 82 games played, 26 goals, 16 assists, 42 points overall, and a minus 4. So 26 goals last year for Brandon Saad. This is a guy that can come in and help the Edmonton Oilers in a major way, I think, here. It wasn't working out in St. Louis for whatever reason. Despite that fact, Brandon was still having a pretty solid season so far. 7 goals, 9 assists, obviously down from last year, but not that far down. I mean, through 43 games, 7 goals, so on pace for 14 goals, so definitely a little bit down, but if the Oilers add that to their bottom six, that's definitely something we would take. So I guess the only question would be is who comes out of the lineup for Brandon Saad to come into it? Well, this was how the Edmonton Oilers looked today at practice. It was a top line of Nuge, McDavid, and Connor Brown. So Connor Brown getting another opportunity up there. The staple, of course, of Vasily Podkolzin, Leon Draisaitl, and Victor Arvidsson. Jeff Skinner getting a chance here on the third line with Adam Henrique and Zach Hyman. And Noah Philp was on the fourth line with Matthias Janmark and Corey Perry. On defense, Darnell Nurse and Troy Stetcher, John Klingberg and Evan Bouchard, Brett Kulak and Ty Emberson, and Stuart Skinner was skating in the starter's net. But it's important to note here that defenseman Matthias Ekholm and forward Kasperi Kapanen both missed practice due to illness. So don't know for sure that both of those guys will be out for tomorrow. There's speculation going around that we may see John Klingberg. Head coach Chris Knobloch said nothing official has been decided yet, so he may be in tomorrow against the Detroit Red Wings, but probably at the latest would come in on Saturday against the Toronto Maple Leafs, but nothing official to report on that just yet. So going back to Brandon Saad, who comes out for him? Well, Noah Philp can always be sent back down to Bakersfield with no issue whatsoever. Would a Matthias Janmark possibly come out? We know Jeff Skinner is constantly out of the lineup already, but they have an extra forward there. So, I don't know, maybe one of Noah Philp, Matthias Janmark, or Jeff Skinner are out permanently or down to Bakersfield. Let's see what happens here. I mean, it's still just speculation that Brandon Saad is coming to the Edmonton Oilers. We don't have anything official on it just yet, but some pretty solid sources from Dash at Heavy Hockey. So, let's see what happens here, guys, over the next few days, and we can obviously speculate more if it does become official that Brandon Saad is joining the Edmonton Oilers, likely on a 1-year prorated deal. probably higher than 775K, probably around the million 25 that John Klingberg signed for. So yeah, the Oilers looking at the free agent market here, apparently for their trade deadline additions. John Klingberg recently added, and we may be seeing Brandon Saad added as well soon enough. So like I said, let's see what happens regarding John Klingberg joining the lineup, regarding Brandon Saad potentially signing with the Edmonton Oilers, but some more big news for the Oilers may be coming very soon. So if you want to talk about it tonight, Dash, Ryan, Bob, Michael, and I are all on Oilers Live on the Heavy Hockey Network at 9 o'clock Mountain tonight. So I'll put up a link in a YouTube post later tonight when we have the link live there, and you guys can join us for some Edmonton Oilers chat. We'll talk John Klingberg, talk Brandon Saad, and a few other things, including a new Call Me Crazy segment with Dash. So lots to look forward to there. And then tomorrow, I am joining Ryan and Dash and Matthew Iwanek on the EST Hangout on Edmonton Sports Talk. So excited, so grateful to Dash and Matthew and Ryan, of course. Can't wait to join all of them on the EST Hangout tomorrow. It's a real dream come true to be on Edmonton Sports Talk. So that'll be from 9 to 11 tomorrow. You can check that out on iHeartRadio or on YouTube at the Edmonton Sports Talk YouTube channel. So I'll try to get a link up to those as well for you guys tomorrow. So yeah, some big news here, guys, and I'm just really excited. So let me know your thoughts on Brandon Saad, on John Klingberg, on tomorrow's potential lineup. Do you think it stays the same, or what all happens there? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan.